Hey everyone, this is Chris here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series on a game called Tomb Hunter. Now, this is a recreation of the older Tomb Hunter games that were in development. Probably the one that most people know the best is Mysteries of the Ancients, and this game is made by Mason Armstrong. You can get it from masonasons.me, and I believe at the time of this recording it is $18. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the game.
Create default pro SPUTH.
Let's run TH.
Unknown. Tomb Hunter 1.0.3 main menu. Tomb Hunter 1.0.3 registered to Christopher Wright.
And as you can tell, it tells you who it is licensed to. So now I'm going to hit down arrow.
Start game. S.
Start game. S. So you can press S.
Tutorial. T.
Or T. T for the tutorial.
Options. O. Check for updates. U.
Well, let's go ahead and choose this.
Alert dialog. Your TH is up to date. Your version 1.0.3. Latest version 1.0.3. OK button. Tomb Hunter 1.2 options. Check for update. Unregister this device. R. Tomb Hunter has been ran a total of 11,999 times. Thank you so much for your continued support. Exit game. X.
So the last two options, you can unregister your device. This game uses an online registration feature. I believe you can register up to 3 computers maximum, and if you need to unregister one computer and transfer your license to another, or if you're running out of registration keys, you can go there.
Tomb Hunter has been ran a total of 11,000.
And that tells you how many times the program has been run.
Unregister the. Check for updates. Options.
So let me look at the options.
Options menu. Enable speech output logging. L.
You can log everything that's output through the speech engine. I think that's creepy.
Enable pitch manipulation of the character movement sounds. P.
I would turn that off because if you leave it on, the pitch will change when you do things like jump or run. I don't like that personally.
Speech output. S.
Speech output lets you choose your speech output method, either screen reader or
currently used.
Let's see.
SAPI. Screen reader.
Or screen reader. I'm going to stick with screen reader.
Options in audio output. A.
You can choose the audio output device that the game uses. I don't find this useful, but some people might.
Main menu.
So I'm going to hit escape.
Start game. Tutorial. T.
Now, let's go through the tutorial because this does a very good job of explaining a lot of the concepts and a lot of the game controls.
Greetings. Welcome to Tomb Hunter. We are about to hook you up with some knowledge about this game's mechanics. Hope you're ready. Press enter to continue.
Now, this is actually a feature that was added in the latest version, and I have to say, I think it's well done.
First of all, I hope you read the README. I ain't gonna read it for ya. Press enter to continue. Now, hop over to the right. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so to start off, since it didn't tell you, left and right cause you to walk.
You're now at the bottom of the stairs. You can climb up or down the stairs by using the up or down arrows. You can also run by holding control, and you can also jump up the stairs by pressing space. Now climb up and go right. Press enter to continue.
Now, I'm not sure if jumping up the stairs is really that realistic, but let's just run. So now I've climbed up. I'm going to walk to the right.
See that fire to the right? That's a hazard. You have to jump over those unless you want to be burned alive. Most hazards are surrounded by a ledge on each side. Try now to get past it by first stepping onto the ledge, pressing space, and holding the right arrow. Press enter to continue.
Alright, so let's keep going.
Impressive. Now, that's how you do a standard jump. Press enter to continue. Sometimes you'll need to jump farther than that, though. A running jump can help with that. There's another fire hazard on your right, but this one is bigger. You're not gonna clear this one unless you first start running, and once you're very close to the hazard, you hit space to jump without stopping, and you hold both right arrow and control. Try it now. Press enter to continue.
Alright, so let's see if I can do a run jump.
Bravo. Another item that is used very often throughout the game is a rope. The way you use it is you usually jump onto it, and then you climb up / down. You'll know you're at the beginning of one when you hear a thump-like sound. You should be careful when climbing down, though, because if you climb down off its bottom, you will start falling. Feel free to try out the rope on the right. Press enter to continue.
Alright, the rope is right above me, so I'm gonna jump. Oh, let me walk one step to the left. There we go. Now I'm gonna hold up arrow. And here we go. Now, the other command that I will teach you is if you hold shift and hit any of the directional arrows, that will cause your character to look in that specific direction. So I'm going to look to the right.
10-foot drop onto concrete, 1 foot. Ledge, 2 feet concrete, 3 feet. Rope, 10 feet.
So let's do a jump. Now, before I continue, what I will say too is the ambience here does not sound like a tomb. That needs to be changed because right now it sounds like I'm outside.
Yup, you got it. Now, some ropes are of the sliding kind, which means that you have to hold onto it either by moving or by holding the up arrow even when you've reached the top of it. If you do not, you will slide, and you will eventually slide off the rope, and in some cases that's what you want to happen, but that could be life-threatening in other cases. There's a sliding rope on your right. Check it out.
And if you missed the text in these dialogues, you can hit any of the arrow keys.
Yup, you got, yup.
To have it read. Alright, so let's go over here. Yep. So basically with this rope, if you jump up onto it, unless you're moving, you will move down it. Like that. Yep. So you have to constantly be moving, or else you'll just go right back down it.
Okay. Next up, enemies. The first enemy you'll meet is a skeleton. A skeleton isn't very fast, but it will hurt you if it gets too close to you. Press enter to continue. Remember that this game isn't necessarily a shooter kind of a game, so you gotta survive without killing everything. You will do this by jumping over the enemies, timing it right, etc. Press enter to continue. Now go find a skeleton and say hi to your first enemy. Press enter to continue.
Alright, so it's coming from the right, so let's go over here. Now, I'm gonna jump. There we go.
That wasn't too scary now, was it? You should know that there are a lot more enemies than that, and they are all different. Some enemies can poison you, which is curable with a potion, more about that later. Some of them can paralyze you, some of them can have a weapon of their own that they can attack you with, etc. Depending on the level, enemies can be either stationary, they'll stay in place, they can walk around minding their business and attack you only if they run into you, they can hunt you down, and they can also bait you by staying in one place and either being quiet or pretending to sleep / beg for help until you either attack them or jump over them, and then they will try to hunt you down. Okay, you should also know some stuff about the weapons in this game. The weapons in this game are single-use weapons, and all of them, except the mines, are thrown. They all have different speed, range, and damage. Sword is the only weapon that can cut through multiple enemies at once, but it also has the most restricted range compared to other throwable weapons. The mines work a little bit different. Once you fire a mine, it will be lit, and placed 2 tiles away from you. Once an enemy or you step on it, it will explode. Press enter to continue.
Now here's another major problem I have with this game. If you're using a sword, that should not be an expendable weapon. That doesn't make sense at all. I think instead of being expendable, I don't know, they should continuously work, but as you use them, your character, I don't know, loses stamina, so that if you use it too much, your character will not be able to use it as well or as quickly, and you'll have to wait for your character to regain his strength. But that's just my view. I really think this is a poor way of doing it. I don't know why he's doing it this way. But let's continue.
You can use weapons by either using the inventory, or you can draw them by pressing numbers 1 through 5, fire by pressing the letter S, and checking how many of the drawn weapons you have by pressing Shift and S. Press enter to continue. Continue going right, and you'll find a weapon and an enemy. Feel free to kill it if you wish. Press enter to continue.
Alright, so...
How about the items? You ask? A big part of this game are items, potions, lives, weapons, etc. Each item has a specific sound, and once you pick them up, they will be in your inventory, and you can interact with most of them. You get them by stepping on their position, and they will be automatically picked up. Sometimes they will be on the ground, but sometimes they will be in the air and you have to jump to pick them up. There's an item on your right. Go pick it up. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so I kind of walked past that, and I will demonstrate the items in just a moment. But...
no weapon selected.
Oh. I missed the weapon here. Let's, okay, so I'm gonna hit... Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hit S.
No weapon.
Oh, let me hit 1.
Sword. No weapon selected.
Now, I don't have my sword, and I think that is not realistic at all.
Potions will restore your health gradually. You can use a potion by interacting with the inventory, or by simply pressing P. You can check how many potions you have by pressing Shift and P. Now go find another item. Press enter to continue.
Now,
potion, 3 feet.
This item is in the air, and I verified that by looking up. So I'm gonna jump, and there.
Lives don't show up in the inventory, but you can check how many you have by pressing H. There are more items I want to introduce you to. Press enter to continue.
Okay, I don't know why he chose H for lives.
Tutorial.
Oh, because L tells you your level. So I had to jump. This is a checkpoint. Now, what you're hearing off to the right, and I think the tutorial will explain this.
Checkpoints will remember the position you were at, and once you die, provided that you have at least 1 life left, you will be sent back to the position of the checkpoint, and not all the way back to the beginning of the map. Now let's get you familiar with some more stuff. Press enter. That on your right is a vanishing platform. As the name suggests, it's a platform that periodically disappears. The typical usage for these platforms is to have a hazard under it, so that if you do not time it right, once the platform disappears, you fall into the hazard. Press enter to continue. You may ask, well, how do I know when it's active or not? Well, you'll know based on the sound it makes. It plays a sound while it's active, and stays silent while it's not. Remember that you should always use the camera/spyglass to figure out where the vanishing platform is at. Most of them will be in the air, which means that you need to jump onto them. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so the spyglass is the look feature that I just demoed. The camera involves pressing and holding down G and then tapping your arrow keys. So let me demonstrate that now.
So, there's a vanishing platform and a hazard to your right. Try it out. Remember that you first need to hear the platform active sound, then jump, and run or jump across it. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so this is the ground. I am pressing G. And okay, there's the ground, there's the ledge, there's the hazard. Yeah, so I'm basically looking at the environment. So there's the ledge on the left, hazard, and the ledge on the right side. Now that is a vanishing platform. What you have to do is you have to jump onto it when it starts playing that sound. And I'd say it comes and goes every 5 or so seconds, I think. So I'm going to let this go, and then when it comes back, I'm going to jump. So here we go.
Nice. The next thing is a force field. This electricity barricade, just like vanishing platforms, periodically activates. It can be a few tiles wide, and it can also be tall, which would prevent you from jumping over it when it's active. Press enter to continue. The point is that you have to wait for the force field to be inactive in order to get past it. You'll know when it's inactive by listening for the sound change. Inactive force fields will sound different than their active counterparts. If you run into it while it's active, it will send you flying in the opposite direction, and it will hurt you. Press enter to continue. Ready for it? Well, I hope you are. Remember, once the sound changes to a rumbling kind of a noise, run or jump past it. Let's do it. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so now, that means it's on. That sound means it's off. Okay, now it's back on. Now, if you look to the right,
active force field, 3 feet stream, 17 feet, inactive force field.
It will tell you if it's active or not. If you know the sound effects, you don't need to know that, but if you're still learning, it's a good thing. Now,
active force field, 3 feet stream.
I'm gonna wait till it... Let's go through.
I'd be lying if I said I expected anything else. The next thing we're gonna talk about are streams. Streams pull you in a certain direction. They can have items above them, and you're supposed to get the items, which is harder, because you have to fight the power of the current by doing running jumps continuously until you get the items. You'll see a stream if you continue going right. Press enter to continue.
So... I'm doing running jumps to try to get the items. I think if you're above the water, you shouldn't be pulled by the current. That's just me, though. So here we go.
Tremendous. Press enter to continue. Gold and gems are currencies in Tomb Hunter. You can use them to buy things from the shop, which is dynamic. I.E. Different items appear in different levels, and / or in different circumstances. Press enter to continue. Buying items will help you greatly, and it is necessary in order to complete certain levels, so make sure to check the shop every level to see if there's something new. Press enter to continue. Let's see what's next. A conveyor belt. Press enter to continue. Pretty much like streams, these beasts will pull you in a certain direction, but they are usually not as harmless as streams, as they either have something, E.G. an enemy, placed at the edges, or there could be 2 of them used at once with a hole in between, and a hazard below, so that you have to jump from the first onto the other one. Press enter to continue. To your right is a conveyor belt, coupled with another one just like in the previous example. So what you're supposed to do is, jump onto the first conveyor belt. Once you do, the conveyor will pull you, and you'll hear a beep coming closer and closer to you. Once it's almost in the center, jump to your right onto another conveyor belt, and repeat the same procedure as with the first one, but this time jump right and you'll land on concrete. Press enter to continue. Ready to rock it? Let's do it. Press enter to continue.
Alright, so yeah, the beep noise tells you that you're getting close to the end. So let's... Okay, so here's the ledge. Now,
That's it. I give up on you. Press enter to continue.
Okay, so I just lost a life, but that's okay. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump. And I'm on the other side.
Great. Now you know how that's done. Press enter to continue. The next thing that you can probably hear to your right is a maglev. A maglev is a magnetic force, whose sole purpose is to lift you up to a higher platform in the map. All you gotta do is just step onto it, and you'll hear a beep once it's started, and once it's finished lifting you. Press enter to continue. Now try it. Press enter to continue.
Alright, now. The only direction that I can go is
Welcome to the next part of this training course. Let's see what kind of spine-chilling, hair-raising things await you here. Press enter to continue.
So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, was the only direction that I can go is back left.
The whooshing sound you should be able to hear on the left is a spike. It strikes from time to time, and you have to pass under it. Press enter to continue. You'll do that by listening to the rhythm of the whooshing, and timing it so that you pass in between the strikes. Press enter to continue.
If you've listened to my BK3 recordings, this is exactly the same concept. You have to wait until it's not moving.
I wouldn't jump over it if I were you, as that would only cause a certain death. Press enter to continue.
Yeah, and you cannot jump.
So, should we try this? Remember, observe the timing of the whooshes, and time it so you go by it when it's not about to strike. Good luck. Spike, 2 feet. Spike, 1 foot. Boulder, 13 feet.
Okay, so this is only 1 square wide, so let's see if I can time this. This is going pretty fast.
You're never gonna finish this tutorial if you keep doing that. Press enter. Spike, 2 feet.
Really?
Are you blind, or what? Press enter. Tutorial. Tutorial. Excellent. 300 horsepower, 2 lives. Spike, 2 feet.
You know, I think this is going too fast. Let me see. 3, 4. There we go. Now,
Boulder, 20 feet, 20 feet.
there's a boulder.
Alrighty. We've now come to a part that's dreaded by some players. From the depths of the Tomb Hunter source code, it is a boulder. Press enter to continue. Boulders are huge stones that move around, and if they hit you, they can kill you immediately, or at least hurt you quite a bit. Some of them will kill you as soon as they get close to you, and there's no way to avoid them, but some of them you'll be able to jump over. In this tutorial, we'll only show the avoidable kind, and guess what? It's right over there, on your left. Feel free to practice dealing with it. Press enter to continue. Boulder, 6 feet. Boulder, 19 feet.
So the boulder is moving back and forth in a contained area. Now, what I'm gonna do
Boulder, 12.
is, yeah, so, let's see. Okay.
You didn't get squished alive.
Nope, I'm good.
The next part of the game mechanics is flying bombs. They are explosives that are being launched from above, and will fall around you. You must strategize, and move the way that prevents them from falling on you. A part of that strategy should probably not be to jump, because that will give you less time to escape. Press enter to continue. Remember, run, and if you see one of them is in your way, stop. If you see one of them is heading straight for you, move. It's not that hard, I'm sure you'll do good. Now, let's see. Press enter to continue.
Okay, now I haven't run into these, so let's see what I can do here. Ooh. Ah. So basically they're falling, you have to... Oh.
Great. The next thing is a sensor.
I think I just got hit.
Sensors use beams that they send out periodically and within the certain range. You have to leap out of the way. If the beam hits you, the sensor will make an armed guard aware of your existence. Press enter to continue. There's a sensor to your left. Try it. Press enter to continue.
Time to die. Time to die. Time to die.
Okay.
No weapons with short.
Time to die. Time to die. Time
Do
to
it all
die.
the same again.
Time to
Just
die.
try not to.
Time to die.
Some sensors will deactivate themselves once they hit you, but others will stay on. Press enter to continue.
So that was a guard that was walking back and forth, attacking me. Fortunately, I got a bunch of weapons and I took him out.
Now it is time to show you the teleporter. Press enter to continue. Much like maglevs, teleporters are used to move you, but unlike maglevs, they can go in any 4 directions: up, down, left and slash or right. Feel free to try it. Press enter to continue.
So,
Teleporter, 2 feet. At last, we've come to the last item. It is a scroll. It is the most important item in this game, as you are required to pick it up if you dream of finishing a level, as there's one in every level, and failing to find it and pick it up will prevent you from completing the level. Press enter to continue. Now, pick it up. Press enter to continue.
alright.
You should also know that some levels need you to pick up other items too. Not just the scroll. You'll need to explore and find those items in order to get through those levels. Press enter to continue.
Now,
On your left is a level portal. Just as the name suggests, it's a portal that teleports you to the next level. In this case, it will let you complete the tutorial. Press enter to continue. Now step onto it. You deserved it. Press enter to continue. Level portal, 2 feet. Awesome. You have completed the tutorial. Please remember that the tutorial shows you only the basics. This game is an adventure-style game, and you will be expected to explore and figure things on your own, but this should help at least a bit. Press enter to continue. Main menu.
yeah, you know what? That is a very well done, instructive guide. I really like that. Hats off to him for doing that. That is really good. So, I think that's going to wrap up this part. This gives you a very good intro to a lot of the things that you're going to find while you're playing. So, in the next part, I'm going to be playing level 1 and beyond, and we'll see how far I can get. So, you guys take care. Bye.